Hi everyone, welcome back to Zesty Thoughts with your host Anabla. Welcome to episode 81. We hit 9K on YouTube. Thank you so much to everybody watching and actually subscribing. I can't even believe that we're almost about to hit 10K subs. It is just such a good feeling. It's such a great motivator for me with the pod to keep going. And it's so validating. Like, I love this space that I've created for myself. I do want to do more interviews for y'all. If you listen to last week's episodes, you'll know I started 75 Hard last week. I'm a week in. One of my goals in 75 Hard is to line up some guests for the pod. So I will have some guests for y'all in the very near future. But I just want to thank you guys so much for supporting the pod. I really have always dreamt of having some type of online platform, and this is just such a fun, it's just such a fun way for me to do it. I can share my thoughts, my feelings about things, gab about literally whatever I want, hopefully entertain y'all, hopefully you learn something. And I can just not thank y'all enough for supporting. So thank you again so much. If you're watching and you haven't already subbed, please do. 10K is up next, y'all. I am going to do a special celebratory episode for the 100th episode and also when I reach 10K. So thank you guys so much again. Housekeeping out of the way. So quick beauty segment for today's pod to start off. I have two thirsts and then one absolute full-blown panic that I'm SOS. So I have been using the same skincare products for a long time now. Okay. Pretty consistently, other than a toner. I've used literally the same exact brand products for ages. Okay. The toner I've been using now for a while, so I know that's not the problem. My problem today was when I was getting ready and putting my makeup on, mind you, with a clean beauty blender. Okay. Literally I cleaned it yesterday. And I applied makeup with it one time. Usually I'll use it for a few days and then clean it. But so only one application since I washed it. Okay. Then I was putting my foundation on. Totally fine. And then as I was blending the concealer down, it just completely was pulling off product from my under eye area, from my nose. I was like, what's happening? So I think I know what the culprit is. I'm just annoyed because I like this product. It is The Ordinary's Vitamin C Suspension, 23% with hyaluronic acid spheres, 2%. Okay. So for the longest time, I was using Akure's brightening vitamin C serum. That was my vitamin C serum. Okay. And then for a while, I couldn't find it in stores. Then all of a sudden they don't sell it at Ulta. Okay. And I used to always get it at Ulta. And then I just couldn't find it for a while. And I was like, I'm not going to make a separate order online for it and pay for shipping. To me, it's not worth it. There are a million vitamin C serums. I can just find another one. So I ended up opting for this one. Okay. I've used vitamin C for a while, so my skin is very used to it. But with this percentage, I was like, I don't know. I have sensitive skin. I'm not sure how it'll react. Turns out it's fantastic. Okay. So I've just been using it every few days, and I've just been tapering it up to use every day. Okay. Typically I would use a vitamin C serum every morning, and then I would slather myself in sunscreen, right, to protect my skin from sun damage. Because vitamin C makes your skin sun sensitive. But because this was a higher percentage, I was tapering on. Okay. So slowly but surely, I have been incorporating this into my morning skincare routine. Okay. And I kind of started a week or two ago, and maybe I just put too much today. I don't know what that's all about, but I realized a week or two when I was incorporating it daily, I wasn't wearing makeup because I was sick. Okay. And then the following week I went back to work, but I wasn't using it as consistently. Okay. But I think it's this freaking product, and I don't know what it is about it. I don't know if I didn't let it sit and settle in long enough or what. But now I'm annoyed because I'm realizing that it makes my makeup pill. Okay. Literally every other product that I normally use on the daily, and this never happens. So I'm like, it's literally this product. And it just made it completely come off. I was like, what's going on? So now I'm kind of annoyed because I like this product and I want to keep using it. I'm scared to try it again though. I want to try it again tomorrow and leave it on and let it settle into my skin for a half an hour, 10, 15 minutes or something, and then do my makeup. Cause today maybe it was 5-10 minutes. And I thought that would be enough. I feel in general, that's enough for skincare and sunscreen and everything to settle in before you put makeup on, right? Okay. So I don't know what that's all about. super bummed about it. I was like struggling when I was putting my makeup on this morning. I was like, what do I do? I ended up just using concealer because apparently it doesn't like mess with my concealer. I use the e.l.f. Camo concealer and I guess that's fine. But then my foundation, it didn't mix with. I don't know if it's like a water-based, oil-based product mixing kind of thing. I know that can make your makeup pill. I gotta do research, but I literally panicked. So if I look like a ghost today, it's because I had to use more concealer than foundation. And I was literally panicking. I did not have time to like completely wash my face. Start over. So we just did the best that we could with what we have, right, you guys? That's all we know. We just do the best we can with what we have. My two thirsts for the week. I have two beauty thirsts. Okay, the current lipstick I'm wearing, I love this lip product. I am now realizing how ghostly I look today. Don't mind that. But this lip product is beautiful. My Zesty Thoughts Pod audio listeners, you may disregard this message. To those watching on YouTube, it was at this very moment that the battery died in my camera remote. Hence, the footage being out of focus. Give it a few minutes, around 12 minutes in, focus will be regained, and you can go along your merry way enjoying the show. Okay, thanks. Bye. My For You page on pretty much all apps. Actually, no. My For You page basically on TikTok. I haven't really been scrolling as much because of 75 Hard. My screen time is down like 10%. But regardless, when I've been on TikTok recently, I've seen so many influencers talking about like pearl lipsticks, okay, and trying to copy Pam Anderson-esque vibes, okay, but I don't really like the golden champagne colors. I feel like they just wash me out. Even with like dark lip liners, not really the vibe. Maybe I could try one with a brown, but either way, I'm more cool toned anyway. I'm like more neutral cool, so I wanted to try one. Revlon is my girl. I've already reviewed Revlon lipsticks on the pod. They're so creamy. It feels like it's just chapstick on your lips. And they don't dry your lips, and I just love them so much. I like can't get enough, and they're drugstore, so they're like affordable. But I got a new shade, and it's literally my new obsession. I've been wearing it like every day. It's shade 467. It's a pearl, and it's Plum Baby. It's so pretty. It's Revlon Super Lustrous. And it is lustrous, girl. So that's one of my thirsts for the week. So if you were on the lookout for like a cool toned, like plum, like light plum. It's not too dark though. I feel like it has a good depth for my skin tone. It's not too dark. If you're looking for a new plum, a shimmery plum, clock it, okay? My next thirst is my current favorite fragrance. I don't know if I shouted this out like a month or two ago when I got it or not, but my boyfriend's mom got me this amazing fragrance, okay? It is by Arabian Oud. It's like a brand in like the Gulf countries, I think. I don't know if it's like outside of the Middle East, actually. Now that I think about it, I should look it up because I've been using this daily and I like don't want it to go away. I'm definitely gonna want to refill. So I love vanilla scents. I love like sweet, cakey, maybe not like too sweet, like Bath and Body Works sweet, okay? But I love like sweet scents, okay? That's my bread and butter. And I love vanilla scents, just like straight up. And this is just called Vanilla Rose. It just has a great depth to it. It's floral and it's vanilla, which are kind of like my two favorite scent profiles when it comes to perfumes. So shout out to this. I think actually Arabian Oud, now that I think about it, I think they're a chain. I think they have locations here. I probably could find it online if I ran out, but either way, I love it. The packaging's so cute. So those are my two thirsts, like my beauty thirsts for the week. Okay. So I didn't really put any notes for today's pod, to be honest. I kind of wanted to have a note-free episode. Okay. So I can just be stream of consciousness and just let the ethers, bring me my pod topics essentially, other than my thirsts, because I knew I wanted to talk about those. I just wanted to kind of gab with y'all and like talk about life recently. I started 75 Hard last week. I'm a week in. I already noticed progress in my progress pictures, which is insane. I've already lost weight, which is crazy. Although that's not really like my goal in doing it. I just kind of wanted to like tone up a little bit, if anything, right? I just want to be stronger. That's primarily my goal because, okay, I was lifting prior to my accident, you guys. I was hit by a car, if you don't know. Prior to my accident, I was lifting for maybe like 2 or 3 years straight, like consistently. I did a 5K and 2 10Ks, and all at the same time, like while and in between training sessions for those races, I was lifting weights like pretty much 4 to 5 days a week consistently. if I was like sick, I would take breaks, but I was very consistent. Okay. So your girl had built up some muscle for real. I was super strong. Okay. We get water delivery at our house, like those big 5-gallon jugs. Okay. I used to just be able to like carry one in each hand, right? Literally the upper body strength was impeccable. Naturally, my upper body strength is actually horrible. That may be in part because I'm a woman, but like I think just in general, like even compared to like other girls that I know, it's not good at all. So like that was like really good for me. I just used to be able to like lift heavy things, okay, which I kind of liked being able to do on my own. That was great, just like period independence. But yeah, so I was lifting very heavily, and then I kind of got out of it because of my accident. I had to focus on recovery, low impact stuff, nothing that would affect my knee or my back, or my neck. I had to really just baby my body and really just be very, very, very careful with pretty much anything that I did. I was like focusing mainly on like the physical therapy exercises that they were giving me. And so I've just been like slowly over the last like few months trying to get back into weightlifting, but it's still like scary mentally. I'm just like constantly under racking weight because I'm worried that I could get injured. So I do have this kind of mental battle that I'm working on, although I do think it's like justified being cautious, right? Because I have like a slipped disc in my lower spine and 2 in my neck. So I do have to be careful generally. But regardless, like when my friend was mentioning she wanted to do 75 hard, I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds like an amazing idea. So I can kind of get back into the swing of things, or at least like have a plan to move consistently and just take better care of my body. I will say the hardest part of the challenge is drinking a gallon of water a day. The first few days were pretty rough, so I probably complained in the last episode about it. I've now like pretty much adjusted. And literally I drink the gallon and then I like still feel thirsty at the end of the day, which is crazy to think about. I mean, considering I'm doing 2 45-minute workouts a day, it's kind of like, well, yeah, if you're like sweating, obviously you need the water and you're gonna feel thirsty regardless. But yeah, that to me is shocking because the first 2 days were like impossible, very, very, very much impossible to get that water down, even like spreading it out throughout the day. So that has been amazing. I've also been reading every day. I've been doing my language practice every single day. I've been journaling every morning. Journaling is just such a great way to start the morning. I've been very consistent with it, which is great. I just feel like it has been such an amazing, even only one weekend, it's been such an amazing reset for me as far as like taking care of myself goes. So I say, if you have the extra 45 minutes, try 75 soft. I actually highly recommend it. It's more of like a mental discipline, just making sure that consistently you're doing stuff that is going towards taking care of yourself and your body, and your vessel, right? Because we're all vessels. So it's been a great motivator for me to like get back into the swing of things. The only aspect of the challenge for me that's actually really difficult at this point is like actually finding the time to read, okay? And now I get why people do audiobooks pretty consistently, because sitting down to read, I'm also like a slow reader, you guys. I have dyslexia, so I'll read and have to reread stuff. So it just takes me a while to read. I talked about last episode, I'm reading 2 books, and I'm not gonna lie, I downloaded this app. It's called Speechify. I'm just trying the free trial, okay? Basically, you can upload photos, PDFs, documents, whatever, and it will like read it to you. So I know it like defeats the whole purpose of having like a physical book. I have my physical book here. If I have the time in my schedule and like more of a free day, I will opt for actually picking that thing up. But I have been taking pictures of the pages each day and uploading them and having them read to me because it just saves time. I want to add in an extra thing into my challenge for the 75 days. And I think that if I don't do that, if I don't listen to the pages, I'm not going to have time to add in what I want to add in. So another layer of what I want to add in is writing every night for like 15 minutes, bare minimum. Okay. Music, poetry, like composing, like whatever. I think that I need to get more into the habit of doing that very consistently. I will have phases where I'm like doing it a lot. And then I'll have phases where it's just like dry and nothing, which I think is fine, but also I don't know. There is something to say about like being consistent with creating anything. And it doesn't have to be good when you create it. It's just like the practice and the habit of doing it consistently. You're more likely to like hit a bullseye the more you do it and the more you practice, if that makes sense. Like with anything, as with anything, that goes. So I'm adding that into my 75 hard challenge. I guess I'll have to technically start from today. I did not write anything last night. My goal is to start from today and then I guess go 75 days from today. So I'll have to like extend it a week and a day. But regardless, it's going really well, you guys. Also, part of my meal prep this week, you guys, not to flex on you bitches, but I made roti homemade this week, okay? For those of you that don't know, roti is like an Indian flatbread. It's actually super easy to make. I killed it on the first try, and I'm not like a bread maker. I'm not really chefing it up. I'm not baking like flour, right? Anything with flour, getting your hands in there. I'm out of practice with stuff like that, with the cooking that way. I'm just not in my typical rotation, okay? So I looked up a recipe. I found a really good one on YouTube. I can link the video in today's pod description. It's literally just flour, softened butter, oil. Okay, the guy in this video said canola oil is required. I just used avocado oil. It was fine. I just wanted to like put a neutral oil, and I don't have canola oil at home, and I wasn't gonna like buy it if I already had the avocado oil. So I use that. So it's just literally flour. You can use like whole wheat flour, regular flour. I just had like all-purpose flour, softened butter, oil, and then hot water. It's supposed to be like not boiling, but like hot. Okay, so like boil the water and then let it sit for a bit. And yeah, and then salt, and that's it. And then you just mix it. You knead it like crazy, and then you separate it into like 6 or 8 pieces. My recipe ended up making, the recipe that I followed in this video ended up making 8. And then yeah, you literally just roll it out like thin as fuck, and then you slop it in a pan. You don't even need to oil the pan or anything. I think in the video he said to like baste it with butter after, which I did not do because I knew that I was going to be using it to make wraps, and I was probably going to put stuff in it. I don't even have like a brush like that. I don't think I own one in my kitchen, which I should have, but I don't. So I was like, I'll just skip that step, and it turned out so good. I actually could have put more salt. That would be like my only note for next time, but I low-key ate. I low-key ate with the roti. So basically I'm gonna like make that every week. So yeah, highly recommend. I did also want to put the cutest video I think I have of my cat. I still need to post the TikTok of this. I low-key think it will go viral if I post it. So I have to, because it's just so cute not to share with the world. Okay, so my cat likes to lay in windows. We have these old ass windows that open like up instead of like out or to the side, right? You slide them up, okay? And we slide it up and we'll like put something like a pole or something so it doesn't fall on her. She'll just lay in the window. I've showed clips of it before on the pod. So if you've been listening consistently, you'll know what I'm talking about. But holy shit, this video, I'm just gonna like let it play. It give you a little bit of free dopamine, okay? Just enjoy this. I just can't handle her. Actually, I can't handle how cute she is. She's literally just sniffing the air, like, oh, pure bliss. I have cuteness aggression towards my cat, like 100%. Saturday, I had a beautiful walk with my friend at Lake Balboa. Oh my God, the weather was like chef's kiss. The clouds were beautiful because it like randomly rained last week, and it's gonna randomly rain again. I don't know what's happening with the weather, you guys. I also did a long walk last week on the beach. It was so relaxing. I also feel like having to be outside for 45 minutes per day minimum is a really good aspect of this challenge, because it low-key helps you so much, like mental health wise. Just having to be out in nature. Like I feel so much more like at peace. I'm not as like stressed out. I feel like I'm at like a slightly more relaxed mental state baseline. So that has been fantastic. Actually, that's been so great. Last tidbit before I wrap up today's episode, I am super excited. I'm officially going to be going to Portland, Oregon. Okay, I've never been to Portland, you guys. I love Portlandia, okay? And then I have a friend from Oregon that's like, girl, you would love it, go. So I'm finally going. I just have like credit card points that I need to use. And I have a week off, the first like week of July. So I'm going to Portland in July. With my best friend. I'm so gagged. We're gonna stay for like a few days and I'm so freaking stoked. So if anybody is from Oregon, lives in Portland, has been there, has recs for places to go, things to do, restaurants, hikes, anything like that, please drop them in the comments. Please let me know. I need recs because I like literally don't have any itinerary planned. I want to plan like a few things out, but I also don't want to have like a minute to minute planned itinerary so that we can be spontaneous, y'all. So let me know in the comments if you have any recs. I'm gonna have a lot of reviews for y'all next week. I've been watching Game of Thrones season 8. Gagged. I've been watching The Testament. Testaments? The Testament or Testaments? I don't know if there's an S or not. Okay. It's like the spinoff of Handmaid's Tale. It's crazy. Maybe I'll talk about it in next week's episode. Anyway, y'all, that will be it for today's episode. I hope that you have a fun week, a fun weekend, and stay safe. I'll see you next week. Bye.